Okay, ready or not, we're cooking. So last night, if you checked any of my Facebooks, you saw the dish we made that was kind of a take on a Mexican bowl, but we didn't use rice. We used rice cauliflower. So we've been doing a lot of vegetable-based meals. Look, we're carnivores. I mean, seriously, we eat meat. So I don't want anyone to think that we've gone vegetarian. We haven't. Not that we couldn't, but yeah, I'm not doing that right now. So anyway, tonight we're going to do the Zoodles, which are zucchini noodles. And we actually buy them organic from Costco. And we had 2 packages in the refrigerator in the garage and forgot about them, so they turned to mush. So I kind of thought, well, hey, Ginger, say hi. Hey, that brings me to another thing. If you're watching, say hi. If you watch in replay, put replay in the comment section so I know you were visited. I'd love to see who kind of comes on and visits. So Zoodles. We bought a zoodle maker, or I mean, it does all kinds of things, but I don't know if you can see it. There it be. And I'm gonna move the comments for now so that I can see what we're doing. So we're gonna do that, and in the benefit of time, I did the meatballs this afternoon, and they honestly took me like 10 minutes. 10 minutes to throw them together. It took maybe 15, 17 minutes to bake them, so they're not fried, they're baked, and they're turkey. So they smell amazing. You know how turkey is. It's really hard to get it seasoned so that it's not bland. So I have high hopes for these turkey meatballs. So and if you're following Weight Watchers, the turkey meatballs are 1 point for 6 of them. And let me show you a meatball so you can kind of see the size. And what I did, I mixed everything up, and then I took a cookie scoop so that they'd all be the same size, and then I tried to kind of figure out how many points they were. So hold on, let me get a thingy thing. It's gonna be the most unprofessional video ever. Okay, so these are the meatballs. Hold on. So I'm gonna freeze these, but they're a good size, and you get 6 of them. And the only reason that I had to count any points in it is because instead of breadcrumbs, which we're trying to get away from bread and white starches, rice, potatoes, those kind of things. So instead of breadcrumbs, I use Parmesan cheese. So, and to be honest, most of it melted out of it. I'm hoping just the flavor is left in it, because a lot of the cheese, there's only 4 tablespoons in there. So there's 1 pound of 99% fat-free turkey, 4 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, lots of garlic, and 1 egg, and Italian seasoning, a tad of salt, and some pepper. That's it. So the only reason I'm having to count any points, like I said, is because of the Parmesan cheese. And they're baked and not fried, so I didn't have to do oil or any of that. So those were done. I got 24 meatballs out of 1 pound of turkey meat and put them in the oven for like 17 minutes or something like that, waiting for them to brown a little bit. And then I have those already in a dish that are heating up with the sauce. And so the sauce, we buy it at Costco. I don't make my own sauce. Someday I'll make my own sauce. I know it's not hard, but I didn't. And it has 2 points for a half a cup of sauce. It's hold on. It used to be white linen, Now it's Victoria Organic. And there's only 2 grams of sugar in it, since, you know, I'm watching the sugar thing too. So we have our meatballs heating in the sauce. Andy's going to make the zucchini, and we bought some yellow squash too, just for some color. He's gonna make the noodles. This is the first time we've used this contraption, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. It could go one of 2 ways: really, really good, or really, really bad, and we end up with sauce and no zucchini noodles. I don't know. We'll see. So he's gonna go ahead and make those. You know, I did want to say, since we've been, you know, trying to eat healthy and whatnot, our meal prep is so fast. When you start doing everything fresh, you know, you do your protein, your vegetables. We don't do potatoes, so we don't have to wait for those. We're seriously, what, maybe 20 minutes making dinner? So. Yeah, like last night's dinner, it was basically just kind of toss stuff in a pan, heat it up, and go. And it was really good. It was really good. And I had the leftover today for lunch, and it was probably better by the time the seasonings all kind of married and stuff. It was actually probably better. So here we go with these noodles. So I'm gonna move you. But this thing's pretty neat. We got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. It has several attachments. How's them looking back there?
They're coming out.
But I would much prefer doing this than buying them in the package. It's no big deal, other than having this, you know, finding a place to keep this, which it's not that big, so it shouldn't be a problem. Hold on, and I'll show you the fruits of our labor here. Holy. So, looks like a tapeworm, but it's green. So here's our spaghetti noodle, zucchini. So again, we did yellow also. And it's like no big deal. I mean, the package is nice. We did that for a long time. I noticed today at Trader Joe's they had riced broccoli, which we've been doing on our own. Andy's just been cutting it up, like chopping it really fine and putting it in with the cauliflower. And I am gonna say Andy does 90% of the cooking. Honey, you even combed your hair for our live. I'm so impressed. He does most of the cooking. I don't enjoy it anymore. Used to be a time I kind of enjoyed it, kind of don't anymore. I'm gonna flip this over. Hey Gail, I moved the comments because I couldn't see what Andy was doing. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Yes, and I did Weight Watcher meatballs. Go back on the replay, Gail, if you missed it. I told what I put in it and the point value. Last night's dinner, I think maybe it was a 2-point dinner, but it was all vegetables. It had black beans, it had a lot of stuff in it, but it was only 2 points. Tonight's dinner, let me see what the total.
Okay, we got lots of noodles.
Okay, so that's probably all we need. Oh, look at that. You end up with kind of the seeds. That's pretty cool. Tonight's dinner is like 6 points. And, but that's good. I mean, like I had 0 points for lunch. So all I've gone on are the points that I had for breakfast. So I'm way okay with 6 points for dinner. And so that will be 6 meatballs, a half a cup of sauce, the squash noodles, and I counted the olive oil that I'm going to use to mix with the garlic and the mushrooms. And you can put mushrooms in, leave them out. It's really your preference. We like to bulk things up like you saw on that plate yesterday. I am gonna say though, with a mostly plant-based dinner, about an hour and a half into the evening, we're both like, oh God, I'm hungry. So it's kind of hard getting over that. Andy has coffee, so that kind of takes care of that, and he's really good. He'll have an apple. Apples just don't cut it for me. Oh God, I wish they did. So I'll have like a half a cup of pineapple or something just to kind of ease the hunger. But I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna move my comments, put this down so you guys can see. So, the one thing about working with the noodles, and I'm going to bend over because I lowered this, working with the noodles, and the same thing with the rice, cauliflower, any of that, you need to like keep kind of turning it and don't let it cook too much or you're going to end up with mush. So you got to kind of get used to your vegetables being a little on the al dente side, which is fine with us. Oh wait, no, it doesn't go in yet. My sous chef doesn't know what I'm doing here. So just take like 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And I probably didn't even need that much. You kind of see it. I'm going to let that heat up a minute. I'll show you I don't know if you can see it, but I got my sauce and my meatballs. It smells really good. And I'm going to be perfectly upfront and honest with you in the comments section after we eat and let you know if it tastes as good as it smells. So now I have mushrooms, which like I said, you can do mushrooms, you can not do mushrooms. Everybody has their own thing. The only thing I didn't do was onion. I didn't really want onion in here, but you could. Another thing that I noticed a lot of people were doing is spiral cutting carrots and throwing them in, which is great. But I figured we have enough bulk here that really what I should do is eat half my dinner and save half of it for when I'm hungry an hour and a half later. That's what I should do. Okay, so we got our mushrooms going. I'm also going to put garlic in, and again, you want to be careful with the garlic because you don't want to burn it. Once you burn garlic, it turns bitter. So just kind of sweat these mushrooms out a little bit. I like those a little more on the cooked side. But I'm going to share this also in my the support groups that I'm in for Weight Watchers. I'm going to share the video there too. I've gotten a few little tips and tricks from them too. So those are cooking down. He's the best. Keep doing the dishes. Okay. So we got those. I'm going to add, I use a lot of garlic, people. There's no points in garlic. And then I just kind of heat that up. I don't want it to burn. And I'm going to throw in my noodles. This kind of a tool works absolutely for the best for these noodles because you can just kind of turn them. Now remember, if you make the noodles, and even when you're cooking like, well, any of the vegetables, the riced cauliflower, the squash noodles, it cooks down. So if you put 2 cups in there and you think, gosh, that I'm never going to be able to eat that, remember that it cooks down. So then we just kind of start turning it and it doesn't take very long. Like maybe 7 minutes or so, maybe. I also read that some people go ahead and put these in boiling water. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for tuning in. I don't, because I don't want them to get mushy. So we've got the olive oil, the garlic, the mushrooms. We'll let that cook down a little bit. Oh gosh, I'm making a mess. And just, you know, be mindful. You don't want it to get yucky, mushy. But you can already see it. It has gone down a little bit in volume. So that's that, now that I've gotten noodles all over the floor and everywhere else. But we're gonna let that cook down. I turned up the flame a little bit, kind of get it going. If you guys have any good recipes for plant-based, or mostly plant-based, like I said, we're not vegetarian, send them along. I would love to try them. I'm so happy that they actually have alternatives to noodles and whatnot. And I had also heard that there is a lentil pasta. I've never tried it. I've only heard about it in the groups that I'm in. So if anybody has tried lentil pasta, let me know. It doesn't sound that good to me, but people rave about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this cook, and there's no point in keeping you on while this goes. I will share a picture of it plated, and if you have any questions what to do, if you're going to make this yourself, let me know. I'm winging it. Someone in one of the groups asked me for the recipe for last night's dinner, and I had to just tell her, I just throw up. Yeah, it's the dump, exactly. It's the dump method. You just kind of start throwing stuff in and you go on a wing and a prayer. So I had nothing to share. I said, well, I listed all the ingredients. You go from there. You just kind of dump. So anyway, I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and make sure you say hi so I know who the visitors are. I'd love to look back and see who visited. So I'll post a picture. I'll let you know how it tastes. It better be good. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.